I have had many spectacular events in my life that has been part of life in the community of Christ Church. I cannot put my finger on one event, as it has always been a growing process and continues to be a growing process. So I think I will take a trip down memory lane and anticipate the future. Some of my earliest childhood memories are of my Grandpa Cooper, a small man bent almost double from wear and tear of a life of hard work. Grandpa would rise in the morning, and the first thing he did was kneel beside the dresser and spend time with the Lord, still in his nightshirt, still with bare feet. The Lord got his first fruit offering of the day. My mother and father made sure that we attended Sunday morning service, Sunday evening service, and Wednesday night prayer service, no matter how much we wanted to watch Bonanza instead. It wasn't until years later that I understood their disappointment when I rebelled against their efforts to instill in me a good concept of God. I still fondly remember the potlucks, the socials, the interaction between people who were one great big family. The little church that was so small that we usually had Sunday school class in a car. I also recall the time when I decided that I was going to not let other people tell me how to live my life, and I struck out on my own. And I'm sad to say that within 4 years, I became a person that even I didn't like. When I decided that I couldn't survive on the path that I was on, I returned to the teaching of my childhood. The people that I had rejected so badly just opened their arms, gave me love, and accepted me back. These same people mentored me and gave me every opportunity, and I thrived, to the point of getting a big head. And I started taking my abilities for granted and forgot to include the Lord. It became a run of vanity. Suddenly, the well was empty, and I had a hard fall that took a few years to work through. But slowly and surely, I started to grow again. A more humble person who realized that I was called to serve the Lord and not show off my talents. I pray that my arrogance will never rise again. In my growth, I have discovered helping others in less fortunate countries and less fortunate situations than myself, through working with World Accord. By working in developing countries, where I supply a little labor and a little bit of money. By being there, I have lived with people that have nothing financially. They don't have financial security, let alone financial prosperity. But they are rich, rich in a belief in God, rich in a love for each other and compassion for their fellow man. In the community of Christ, I have witnessed the evolution of growth from being what I considered a bit exclusive to being inclusive. I have witnessed the acceptance of all people's ability to the Lord in all capacities. I have felt the joy of being able to bring friends to the table of the Lord and not have to feel like I was saying that they weren't worthy to partake of the Lord's emblems. I see the evolution of conversing with people of other denominations and realizing that many of us have the same goal, we're just on a different road. I am overjoyed at being part of a progressive church, not a stagnant church. A church that works towards the fairness and the equality of all people. A church that realizes that the world has sufficient of everything, but the distribution of everything needs to be readdressed. I am excited to be part of the community of Christ as we work towards a world that can grow together in love, fairness, and spirituality. So what I'm saying is not one item in the event of life, and people who care make me more proud than to say that I am a member of the community of Christ. And like my grandpa, I wonder, where will the Lord lead me today?